I don't know why it happens every time we start solo. Say, hey, everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett, writing solo again here today. Unfortunately, Doc had some work business to attend to today, and no worries there, Doc, as always. We'll have you back on next Monday, no problem. But we're going to get right into it, guys. We've got 8 games here again, shorter card than yesterday when we did the full slate by ourselves. So shorter slate, think we're seeing the board decently. And I think the bets will start falling for us. We had I think it was a losing day, but I forget if it was 4-5 or whatever, 3-4, something like that. I believe I already forgot. So we move on. The record now ugly, 245 and 269, down 26 units on the year, but we can bounce back again. We've done it before. We can do it once again here. So again, shout out to everyone. Vitalis, don't worry about the play, my man. Keep firing. I'll keep telling you, my man. I still trust you, my dude, and that's funny. We do need money for the future Helga wedding. So shout out to you, my man. Jay Stone, Justin McElvey in the building. What my guy Stacks play of the day. King there. Shout out to you, Justin. J Dub, Morgan Spooner. Let's get after it here. I was watching the Rangers Astros game on my computer on a shady stream, and it was very funny. They go up 10-2, obviously, and then the Rangers just obviously come back and chip away. It was just very funny. So we'll see if they end up winning that game and splitting the series. But I was really hoping it'd be a 3-1 Astros there. But we'll see here. Let's get after it here today. Appreciate everyone. Rocco Rogers in here as well. And I do need Jimmy to yell at me a little bit, Morgan. I do. Let's get after it. And yes, you're right about that, J-Dub. But you can go to that live bet section and watch it there. I haven't used that in a while, but I should. I should have other nefarious websites, I guess I use. Cincinnati Reds, Washington Nationals. First game on our slate here. Luke Weaver versus Jake Irvin. Luke Weaver, who has not pitched well at all in his last couple of starts, but guess what? 6 straight wins when Luke Weaver's on the bump. The offense always seems to come out and show out here. 5 straight overs in Luke Weaver starts as well. And Jake Irvin has been kind of fine this year. Can look brilliant. Can look like a national starter. 5 innings or 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs at Seattle last time out. A 7-4 win, that's pretty good for him. Luke Weaver, 4 1/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs against Baltimore, and an 11-7 win there against them. It's been interesting. And I saw this line was at a 10.5 earlier today, and I saw it drop, and I was like, that's weird. Because I looked at the total here, 70% of the bets and 82% of the money on the over here, and it drops to 10. I think this game is a screaming under for me, guys. I don't know about you. I want to refresh my books here because our friends at Bovada, it's actually up to 10.5 again. Here we go. Yeah, I saw it drop down to 10, and now it's back up to 10.5. I mean, I think this game does scream under still, though. All that money, it hasn't gone up anything, drop down, come back up. This game screams under to me, and it's scary to bet an under when the Reds are the second best offense in baseball in the last 2 weeks. 133 weighted runs created plus against righties. So I understand it, but I think this game screams under. I have not bet it. I would love to hear what you guys think in the chat. But I do absolutely lean Reds as well here. It's kind of a scary low number, and Pimp Slap play of the day is the Reds, so that makes you feel better. But I lean Reds in the under here. I've not got a move on this game, unfortunately. Again, let us know what you guys think in the chat. And, of course, Rangers home games, first 5 over. Shout out to Dabby Cap as well. Dabby Cap, by the way, is going to be special guest hosting on Saturday. I won't be here on Saturday, so Dabby Cap guest hosting. We'll be mentioning that a couple times throughout the week, so don't you worry about that. We'll remind you if you aren't here to watch right now. Cardinals, Marlins, and again, one of the rare things that I did right this last week of baseball gambling-wise, I was all over the Braves against the Marlins, knew that the Marlins would get their welcome to the big leagues moment, I guess, from the Braves. They swept them. Looked pretty easily. The last game was kind of sketch, but they got to them at the end. And it's very interesting to see how the Marlins will respond here against we know is a bad Cardinals team this year. Unfortunately, I thought they were going to come back and win their division. They just have not done so. And against lefties, this is kind of the biggest tell that they've been struggling. Lefties against them, 12 full season, 104 weighted runs created plus. Last month, 26, 77 weighted runs created plus. Really bad full month total there. I looked at the last 2 weeks to see maybe they started hitting them a little bit. Actually have 119 weighted runs created plus in the last 2 weeks. So I ultimately decided I want nothing to do with this game either. Michaelis might pitch well here against a Marlins offense that, experienced some of the toughest pitching in the big leagues and still got hits. So I just ultimately I can't trust Michaelis to pitch well here either, even though he may. And Braxton Garrett, a crafty lefty that has been pitching well, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run against the Red Sox, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, one of them earned against the Pirates. Just been good this year. So I passed on this game. Let me know what you guys think in the chat here. J Stone 9 saying red smash, Nat smash. These pitchers are trash. Over here for him. Morgan Spooner dropping some Soler against Michaelis spots. Justin McAfee likes Cardinals team total 3.5 here. Shout out to you, Dominic French. Londo likes Nationals money line there. Nice to see you, Londo, as well. Let's do it. Let's move on. Next game on our card here. And again, as always, drop your plays in the chat. Helps me out. Definitely very, very helpful for everyone and the chat as well. Let us know why you're on it. Baltimore Orioles, New York Yankees here. And this is going to be a fun series because last series, the Yankees, kind of get away from the Cardinals, feeling all right. But I think the Orioles come back here and smack them in the face. I'll be honest. Domingo Germán coming off of his last performance. We all know what he did. I am 100% going to fade him after that performance. And Tyler Wells, by the way, has not pitched well against the Yankees. Now, I am going to answer the caveat that both of his starts against the Yankees this year have been with Aaron Judge in the lineup. So maybe we'll see something different here. But his 2 starts against the Yankees, his first start of the season was against them. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and a 3-5 loss. His last on May 24th, 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs there, and a 9-6 win. Domingo Germán coming off of his PG, and I don't think he can do that again. Obviously, let's go out here and try to throw a shutout here, Domingo. I don't believe you will. So I double up here on overs. First 5 and full game over. First 5 over 4.5 minus 120. Full game over 8.5 at minus 106. I'll mention the market here for both spots. The Cardinals game first, since we just skipped over it on accident there. 71% of the bets, 67% of the money on the Cardinals there, on the Marlins, money line side there. Total for that game is an 8, 75% of the bets on the over, but a 50-50 money split as well. So markets, big bets might be thinking that this game goes under in Cardinals Marlins. For our Yankees Orioles games, we'll switch to money line again. 66% of bets. 66. Those look like 8s, but those are 6s. And 87% of the money on the Orioles there. And I don't blame anyone betting the Orioles. I get it, but Tyler Wells has just not pitched well against the Yankees enough for me to trust him here. And, obviously everyone fading Domingo Germán off of his PG there. Totals-wise, real quick, bigger bets on the under, which is concerning for me. 67% of the bets, 44% of the money on the over, 56% of the money with only 33% of the bets on the under there is concerning. But I'll take the over here, thinking that both guys get touched up here a bit. Let me know what you guys think as well. Corey Allen liking first 5 over here as well. Walks over for Wells and over 2.5 runs as well. Same for Domingo. Shout out to you there. BJ thinks backwoods. Aaron Hicks over 1.5 bases for Justin McElvey. Makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he hit a home run against his former squad here. Would not be surprised at all. Rocco liking O's money line there, and K's for Tyler Wells, and a little bit of a Logan Webb. I was going to call him Brandon Webb. Shout out to Brandon Webb wherever you are. But Logan Webb, 5+ Ks there. Morgan Spooner, O's first 5. Connor Hurdy Kelly on Marlins first 5 as well there, -0.5. And look at that. Nothing, no matter which way the money moves, has no factor on smashing baseballs. I think it plays a factor in people giving a hunch. I don't know. Like people, you say Vegas knows. I subscribe to that theory, I guess, that Vegas knows. when there's a particular performance going to happen today. They have a hunch, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist. But I'm on overs here. First 5 in full game. That's half of my card here because I've doubled up on 2 games essentially. And the next game is coming up right now. Braves Guardians. Like we mentioned with the Marlins series, we were spot on thinking the Braves would just smash the Marlins and show them what the big leagues was like. I honestly think there might be a little of a hangover there after sweeping your division foe who's second place, thinking that they can make a challenge, and you just put them back down. I think there will be a little bit of an offensive hangover for the Braves. On top of that, shout out to the Earls wherever you guys are. Gavin Williams, ECU guy, we all know that, pitched extremely well in his second start. And a start we all kind of figured that he would. 7 innings, 1 hit against the Royals. Now, obviously, he's facing the best offense in baseball, what I think is the best team in baseball, who I think is going to win the World Series, maybe pretty easily. Who knows? But I think they're that good. But I think the Bats have a little bit of a hangover traveling from Atlanta to Cleveland. I know it's a short flight, whatever. But I think this is a hangover spot. I went first 5 and full game unders here as well. First 5 under 8.5 at -106. Full game under 5 at -120 here. Let's go to market real quick so we can make and look at all this stuff. Totals wise, since we're betting on totals, it's kind of crazy. It's not my favorite spot, but 48% of the bets on the under and 89% of the money on the under there. So just big, heavy bets on the under, agreeing with me there. 52%, 11% of the money, not something you want to be on typically, but it's a lot of money. So we'll see. Sidewise here, a little love for the Guardians. 76% of bets and only 47% of the money on the Braves here. Guardians getting some love there with 24% of the bets and 53% of the money. So, and it's the most heavily bet game of the day. It's actually it's a lie. 37,000 tickets are in for the Nationals Reds game, which is hilarious. 36,000 for this game. So it's going to be a heavily bet game. It will probably be the best game of the day here. Maybe Orioles, Yankees as well, but unders for me here as well. Let's check out the chat here as well. And by the way, did the Rangers really blow that lead? Again, I'd love to hear that because you guys know me. I'm rooting for the Astros fairly heavily here. So I actually want to check that score. Wow, they did fucking blow it. What fucking losers. Man, 3-1. How'd they lose it? Let me see. That's just 2 doubles. Look at that. Jose Abreu and Chas McCormick doubling. Wow. That's crazy. Daniel used the Action Network, and you had to pay for the Action Plus, whatever it's called. That's crazy. Well, good. Astros take 2 out of 3 out of 4, I should say, against the Rangers. And me thinking the Rangers will make the playoffs continues to live on. So I love that shit. Let's see here. BJ saying the Guardians bullpen was heavily used last night and the game was delayed. That's concerning. And by the way, and you're right about that. I just remembered Clase. Man, I can see Clase throwing the cutter and then Naylor diving for it and fucking fumble fucking it. And yeah, I can see it there, BJ. He's on the Braves money line, 4 units. That'll be very interesting for you. Braves -1, -120 for Rocco there. Braves first 5 for Jay Stone. Braves first 5 for Morgan Spooner there. Man, Will Smith, your closer, it's not ideal. It was ideal for the Braves a couple of years ago, but no way. Jay Stone saying Gavin's going to get his welcome to the big leagues. Very, very interesting. And Londo saying he hates someone. I don't know who, but hates someone. Yeah, the Rangers need more bullpen help, but they want to be serious. So I won't take them serious until then. You guys know what I'm on. Unders there for me. Let's move on to the next game. First 5 full game for that one. Royals, Minnesota Twins. Joe Ryan versus the Cox man, Austin Cox, who had his first bad outing of his career. His first start, 3 2/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs against the Guardians. And he was been coming out of the bullpen, being like a follower role pretty efficiently. So kind of surprised that the Royals are doing this, but, this is what they got to do. They stink. So goes back on the mound here, trying to figure out if he's good enough to be in their future plans against my guy, Joe Ryan. I love Joe Ryan. Everyone knows that. Bad spot for him his last time out. 3 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs against the Braves there. And you guys know how I feel about the Braves. He threw a complete game before that against my Red Sox. 3 hits in that complete game. So I honestly think that this game could be an easy under, but I don't want to bet it because I don't trust the Cox man to pitch against this Twins lineup. Twins lineup, though, against lefties, full season, 27th, 85 weighted runs created plus. Last month, 27, 75 weighted runs created plus. Last 2 weeks, 84 weighted runs created plus and 184 plate appearances. So they don't hit lefties. So this game, another one, just felt like a first 5 under here for me. I've not moved on it. I am mildly interested in it. I would love to see what we have on Bet Online. Is it a 4.5? 4.5 at even money there. So I would love to hear what you guys think about this game as well. The Royals are Joe Ryan's favorite snack. Rocco Ryan is saying there. Robert Franklin on the under 8.5. Ryan over 6.5 there as well. Over 6.5 Ks there. Very interesting. BJ, I would agree with you. It's pretty wild that they didn't use him as their closer. He had a 1-2-3 inning. I watched it. I was very interested to see how we do. It's funny that they traded for a closer, and I get why. Obviously, he's been having a great year, but the Yankees have seen him. The Rangers or the Astros have seen him plenty of times. The teams that you're playing against know him well and have had good moments against him. So we'll see. We'll see. Joe Ryan to record the win at plus 130 for Morgan Spooner. I like that bet, but I will write down the first 5 under here. Even money for 4.5 is kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. I kind of would like a 5 here, and I thankfully on Bovada you can actually pick your first 5 number. 5 at under minus 130. Maybe I'll be safe there, but we'll see what we think about that game at the end of this here card. So I'm writing down Minnesota first 5 under there. Beautiful. We'll come back to that. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. All right, next on our slate, Angels, Padres. Mr. Blake Snell, who we've all known for like the last month or so, has been on a good hot streak of strikeouts and just great performances. His first, bad outing, and it wasn't even bad. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. You'll take every single time. But the bullpen unfortunately fell apart for Blake Snell in a 7-1 loss there against the Pirates. His strikeout numbers his last 4 games have been ridiculous. And I know my guys like the Spin Doc and Rocco Rogers, and I'm sure Sharpie have been all over it. 12 Ks, 12 Ks, 11 Ks, 10 Ks in his last 4 games. I don't want to fade him here, and I don't want to back the Padres offense as well. And Jaime Barria, Jimmy, shout out to him, called it out perfectly when he was getting exposed against the White Sox. He's been just meh this year, kind of 3-4 earned runs ever since his Sterling start. And I just don't trust either of these teams here. I don't want to be on the Angels here against Blake Snell. I think Angels offense is good. 6th best against lefties, this whole year. This month, they actually dropped down to 17th, 91 weighted runs created plus. And last 2 weeks against lefties, 92 weighted runs created plus. So it's all just kind of been middling and average. They're just a disappointing team, and I wanted nothing to do with either one of these squads here. So I actually passed, and I'm not surprised at all that Rocco is in here as well. I'm on the over 7.5 strikeouts for Blake Snell, waiting on lineups before I decide to ladder. If it's 9, if I do, it's 9 plus 1 or plus 210, 10 plus 400. And yes, of course, yeah, he's been just banging it. Like you said, 12 Ks, 12 Ks, 11 Ks, 10 Ks. So I'm not surprised there. Morgan Spooner asking why the total so low. Let's talk about the total with the market here real quick. We are talking Angels Padres, and it's funny, Morgan, you say that. Apparently this opened at an 8, and 86% of the money and 86% of the bets, 91% of the money on the over. So that does seem kind of low here, and everyone kind of agreeing with you, Morgan. So honestly, that makes me interested in the under. Like I said, I kind of expect Blake Snell to do his thing and pitch well. And the Padres offense is just kind of disappointing. 18th best full season, last 2 weeks, 11th best, 112 weighted runs created plus is all right. But I just don't trust it here. So I would lean under here as well, just based all that money, and the total has not gone up all that much, So I pass either way. He's also mentioned there might be someone out of these lineups. Let's refresh RotoWire real quick because we don't have a confirmed lineups for either one yet, so that'll be interesting. But I lean under still, but no official movement in that game for me. Let's check the total, or sorry, the market for the money lines here, and it's all Angels money. 50-50 ticket split, but 85% of the money on the Angels there. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. I wouldn't want to back the Padres at such a high line, but I just no thanks here. And by the way, Action saying this opened at -175 and now it's -190. I don't know if I believe that all that much. And Broco saying it's been climbing, so maybe I guess believe it. So that's just crazy to me. So yeah, under would be my bet, but I'm gonna pass here as well. So let's move on here. Let's talk about Giants Mariners here. And I just never know what to do with the Mariners. And shout out to my guy, Brian, woo, in here against Logan Webb. I like both of these pitchers, but I just don't trust them at the end of the day. Logan Webb, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs there. And, there's I guess, a lot of trust factor for me in capping because I have to trust my pitcher to put money on him. But I just don't believe him here. 7 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them are already against the Diamondbacks. And the Mariners' offense has been just epitome of average all year. And maybe that's why they've been so disappointing, and especially in a year when they're hosting the All-Star game. So I wanted nothing to do with it at all here. Complete stay off game. Market-wise, we'll go to the money line first. 60% of the bets, 71% of the money on the Mariners there. And the line has apparently ticked towards the Giants. And totals-wise here, 68% of the bets and 72% of the money on the over here. And it's a 7. Allegedly, this was a 6.5 as well. Sheesh. And by the way, yeah, Rocco said opened at -170, so I guess I'll trust Action there. That's pretty wild there. That's pretty wild there. And by the way, allegedly this line opened at a 6.5 has just popped up to a 7. So okay, can see everyone betting the over here, but I don't want to take it. Rocco likes over 5.5 strikeouts for Brandon. Why did I keep calling him Brandon Webb? Logan Webb there. All right, next game and our last game, and a game we won't be able to talk much about, unfortunately. Who's pitching for the Dodgers? Anyone know? Is it Michael Grove again? So kind of when they don't release a starter for a little bit, I assume it's Michael Grove. On RotoWire, they have Michael Grove listed. Everyone knows where I kind of sit on this game. I cashed in one of my highlights of my season last year was the Pirates going into the Dodgers. And by the way, Jake Burns is seeing Kershaw. So who knows? So I can't really cap the game. But last year, one of my shining moments was betting the Pirates to beat the Dodgers every game when they swept them in Los Angeles. So this gives me gonna give me good vibes here. So I like the Pirates here, and I find it interesting that our guy, Mitch Keller, pitches well against the Pirates. 5 innings. This is last year, actually. This year, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 Ks, 1 walk against them in a 6-2 victory. Pretty surprising. Last year, I went back to look at his numbers, and this is obviously during the games at the Dodgers when I bet on him last year. 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, 5 walks. That's fucking crazy that he did that with that. 5-3 victory there. So I lean Pirates, but I can't really make a bet on it because who the fuck knows his pitching. If it's Grove, I get it. I can see why everyone bets the Pirates, but I'd like to cap it at least, So Pirates or nothing for me there. And Jake Burns likes Pirates first 5 team total or Pirates first 5. Let it be Mitch. I hope it is for you, my man. If it is, and it's like I don't know. If it was like plus 140, 130, I guess, for Pirates first 5, I'd be interested in that. But nothing for me there, unfortunately. And we'll see who Dave Roberts puts out there to pitch for them. And that concludes the show. It's actually a very quick show today, only 8 games. But It's not the last time you guys will see me today. I'll be on Jimmy's live stream tonight. They'll be talking, I believe they're talking the Mets game as well. I'm not a, or not Mets game. Sorry, I was confusing my thumbnails, I guess I saw. I think they're talking Mariners and then this game. But we'll see because they always end up like kind of bopping around throughout game to game. And my guy Mike M is going to be on the program breaking down the first, well, not the first, I would say for the first 30 minutes, but he'll be breaking down the full slate with Jimmy as well. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be cool. It's Orioles, Yankees, and Cardinals, Marlins is what they're watching today. I guess I got the orange confused there. But yes, it'll be a whole lot of fun for me here. And, maybe I'll decide if I'm going to make Royals Twins official on that program because that starts here in about an hour or so. So make sure you guys are ready to go there. Tune into that program and I'll tweet out officially if I make Royals Twins first 500 there. And by the way, again, Mike M, fucking like 30 units up and like 3 shows. You fucking sicko, Mike M. Shout out to you, my man. 30 units up there. That's some good shit there. But you guys know what I'm on. The double ups in both games. First 5 and full game over in Baltimore, New York. Over 8.5 and over 4.5 there. -106, -120. Same odds. Different game. Different, actually, bets, I guess. Guardians, Braves under 8.5, -106. And first 5 under 5 at -120 as well there. I'm looking at that Marlins Royals first 5. Tune into Jimmy's live show with my guy Mike M in there as well to make sure to find out if I make it official. It's in about and it'll be starting in about 30 minutes, and I'll be on in about an hour. So shout out to you guys. Again, you guys make this show possible. I wouldn't want to do this shit if no one was watching. I don't want to talk to myself in cat baseball. So the chat, everyone in here makes this show a lot better, obviously, when it's just me. So I appreciate you guys. Fopatashi in here. Don't you worry. The CFL is still cooking for Jimmy. He does it on Betting with the Bag, so you can get your CFL action in there. BJ, Dominic French. I think Elon and Twitter are back here. I think we're good with the rate limit bullshit. Rocco Rogers, Jake Burns here. Morgan Spooner, appreciate you commenting. Jay Stone. North Ender was dropping bombs in here. Santi Pollard, new name in here. Thank you for jumping in here. Appreciate you watching. All the new names that, are popping up in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Hit the like button while you guys are here. Comment so we know you're watching. We appreciate you guys more than, or let's say I appreciate you guys more than you guys know because you guys are what helps keep the lights on in here. Paul Taylor, the Sailor, Christopher Commentini, Justin McElvey, all you guys, we appreciate it. Troy Torrance is going to be on this program very soon as well. I can't wait for that as well. Vitalis, Daniel Hernandez, thank you guys as always. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Little July 4th action. I know you guys will be fiending for some action there. So July 4th, it'll be hopefully me and Bobano. But, I've been solo the last 2 days. Maybe we'll make it 3 days straight. So I'll be back here again, 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 Central, whatever that is Pacific time, because you guys know me. I don't do math. Say hey to me on social media, @Jose Bouquett, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another edition of Say Hey Plays.